everybody, and welcome to another week of This Week in Destiny. This week, boy oh boy, we have got a lot going on. There's a lot to do, a lot of things to get. So, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to grind, because Festival of the Lost is back, and along with a whole lot of other stuff, Destiny and Bungie just decided to just hose us down, you know. It's almost too much, but I'm kind of loving it. New weapons, new gear, new emotes, new ships, good grief, there's a lot going on, so let's just get right into it. First off, as you can see in the background, there is a new sort of event activity called the Haunted Forest. It's a redone version of the Infinite Forest, which I'm so glad they did. You know, I think it's been needing that for a long time. So essentially, it's like a dungeon crawl. The further you go, the better the rewards, and you just go further and further. I have not played it yet, since I'm trying to get this out as soon as the update rolled out, but essentially, from what I understand, you go deeper, you fight harder bosses, they drop better loot, so that's probably a pretty good way to farm those ephemeral engrams for the event, and probably gets, I imagine that's probably how you get the Haunted Story, or, I'm sorry, whatever the name of that new auto rifle is, which I'm hoping is pretty good. So, starting with the weekly stuff that is always going to be here, this week we have Flashpoint Mars, and as you can see, it's just a simple go do your things, take care of your heroic adventures, do your Flashpoint. You know, it's nothing different than we haven't been doing ever since the game launched, so it's pretty typical, just go get it done. Another thing to talk about while I'm on Mars is the drops for Escalation Protocol this week. We have actually all three weapons available. We have the shotgun, the sniper rifle, and the SMG all have a chance to drop this week. Equally, there is no deviation between the three. It's just grind it. If there's one you haven't added, definitely would recommend go ahead and get all of those while you can. If there's one specifically and you aren't too eager to get that shotgun, then, you know, maybe wait 2 weeks when the shotgun will be available, only the shotgun, so that way you're not fighting with your loot drops, hoping to get the right one. Next on the list is the Dreaming City. So this week we are in the third week, which means the curse is at its strongest, but there's some kind of weird stuff going on with Petra. You'll see it in my gameplay here. She's still standing where she was last week. And I talked to her, and I think that kind of messed up the dialogue that she should have had this week. Maybe she doesn't have it at all. But as she should in the third week, she is over in Reyes Sylvia, but she is also right by the drop-in, so it seems like you can still buy from her like normal. But if I were you, I would definitely wait and just go straight to Reyes Sylvia. You know, maybe there's some dialogue. I don't know. I'll do it on one of my other characters to check later. But I believe that it doesn't really make a difference. If you're just here for items, you should be able to get them from her both sides just fine. Maybe you can even get double this week. I'm not sure, but I'm sure Bungie will patch that fairly soon, and hopefully it will not be much of an issue again. So this week, along with Tier 3, or the curse being at its strongest, we have the dungeon is back with Dueling Karu. That is a chance to get Wish Ender if you did not get it the first time around. So definitely go do that, and that should be it. Then you can start hunting down your taken eggs all over the place, and, you know, go on a nice Easter egg hunt. As for the Ascendant Challenge, since last week was the last of the 6, this week resets the whole cycle. It is on a 6-week cycle of Ascendant Challenges, so we are back to being on week 1, which is located in Aphelian's Rest. I would suggest going and grabbing the Wish Ender Bow first, if you're high enough light level, because that will definitely be handy, since there's quite a few different taken eggs in there that you can destroy, and if you're going for Completionist and the Triumphs, then I definitely would do that. Sadly, I cannot name exactly where the Ahamkara bones or any lore collectibles are inside the Ascendant Challenge, but definitely go check that out. Next on the list is the Vanguard challenges and things to do. So for Nightfalls, you have Warden of Nothing, Lake of Shadows, and the Hollowed Lair. Personally, I would definitely go with Lake of Shadows if you're just trying to get that 100,000 score, or Warden of Nothing. I think those two are pretty easy. I don't like the Hollowed Lair boss fight. It takes too long. It is really tedious. Daily Heroics, we've got Fury and Utopia from the base vanilla campaign. We have Deep Storage from Curse of Osiris, if memory serves. And then we have High Plains Blues and the Machinist or the Machinist, however you want to pronounce that. I can't say I actually know for sure, but yeah, those are all pretty easy. Just a matter of just go get them done, and nice, easy, powerful engram. Next up, let's take a look at Spider. This week, he has the Blood Cleaver wanted bounty. That is the one where you have to fight the big gladiator inside the dome with melee powers only. It's a big pain in the butt, but you can do it. I believe in you. As always, it's a very good idea to go ahead and pick up his bounties. It's a good way to get good work done on Ikora's bounties. Bonus little fun fact for you, in the most recent update to the game, Bungie has added this nice feature where when you hover over these lost sectors anywhere on the place, especially because there's all of these bounties and stuff calling for it, hover over them, it'll show you your name anywhere in the solar system, so that's super nice quality of life improvement on Bungie's part. So onto the tower. As you see right on spawning in, the tower looks significantly different. It's decorated for Festival of the Lost, which I really love this aesthetic. It's very nice with all the purple and the kind of spooky music going on. I know you can't hear it, but you'll hear it once you're in game. So lots of stuff. First thing, I happened to find a fighting lion catalyst at some point. That was in my postmaster. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and start by looking at Tess here. As you can see, there's a new ephemeral engram, which I kind of like that design, the melted candle. One of the new dances here, I'm not exactly sure what this is mimicking. It's almost like a haka. I don't know if this is a dance that I just don't know of, but it's kind of interesting. Infected Seeker. I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be Siva or if it's supposed to be like I'm really not completely sure what that's supposed to be. Nor am I sure what that transmat effect is supposed to be either. One of the sparrows. You know, this is a separate inventory you can buy from her directly. She's selling event-exclusive items throughout the duration of the event, as well as her regular stock and inventory that she would usually sell. So, and there's some pretty cool stuff going on in this event, I will say. A lot of nice projections. The ornamental armor is interesting this time around. I'm definitely going to go for it. I obviously haven't seen it on other characters, you know, and then you've got the masks that we've all heard about and seen, so I'm not really sure what the deal is with those yet either. As I said, I haven't really had time to go in and dabble with them. There's the Spooky Shader Pack, which I'm not really seeing much reason to spend your silver on that, but, you know, that's an option. Ooh, there's a new ornament for whatever lion, the fighting lion. That doesn't look too bad. Then it's because she's got the regular stock and stuff like that. So this week in the Prismatic Matrix, we've got the red card emote, Beguiling Dance. Oh, this is Single Ladies, you know, our girl Beyonce. Then she got some shells, just kind of like normal. Nothing too exciting, you know, she's got a couple of ornaments for sale that look really nice, the Hake projection, but the rest of those ships are nothing too exciting, you know, nothing worth spilling milk over. Couple of ornaments. So, yep. So we'll go ahead and check and see what all is new in this event. So right off the bat display, we've got this guitar emote, which is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure why that's Halloween. Maybe because of like campfire song kind of thing or something, I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got the Aerial Shroud, it's an interesting ship. Winchester's Run. Just a pretty neat looking sparrow. I was kind of upset it doesn't really have anything special about its trail, its jet trail, but you know, I mean, it looks nice. And in the trailer they were doing some stunts like from the Sparrow League, so I'm the Sparrow Racing League, and I'm not sure what the deal is with that yet, but then, you know, you've got cute ghost shells like this. I'm not really sure what this one is. It looks very, very Borderlands. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into all this stuff because there has to be some kind of story behind it. Then you've got the Cade mask and the, well, not Cade, the Colonel mask and the glittering ghost shell mask. Those are both pretty nice. I don't know if they all provide just kind of the same thing, just different decoration. I assume it's going to be like in D1, but who knows. So there are the arms again. Scarin Corvus for hunters. I don't know if it's different for titans. I didn't look, honestly. So I'll just go ahead and click through these and let you see those. And now these are all things that you can only pull from the ephemeral engrams. And as a matter of fact, during the event, the amount of ephemeral engrams you will earn is tripled. At least I know for this week it is. So you can definitely, it's within reason to get all of this stuff, you know, it's not absolutely out of the question. And then they, you know, being Bungie, they added Superman, cranked out, whatever you want to call the dance, but, you know, got some Soldier Boy going, so, you know, nice nostalgia throwback for everybody. And then you've got some kind of odd, I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like there's something more to this one. It's just some kind of weird, like, kind of summoning thing. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but, you know. Then we looked at those 3 ghost shells, the eyeball and the cat and that one, but then the rest of these ghost shells are nothing too spectacular, you know. I mean, some of them kind of look nice, you know, but they're nothing new, really. I'm a big fan of this one, Riggs Vortex. I just think those are nice colors, you know, and nice simple design. Lycan's Mire, kind of like the green swamp ooze kind of look. And then I'm not a huge fan of these triangular shells like this. I think they're kind of basic, but, you know, that's an option. So, okay, yeah, there we go, the Lustrous Chromite. But I can't display those for you. So it's Lustrous Chromite for Titans. I didn't bother to check for Warlocks. As for Sparrows and Ships, we looked at those already. Yeah, technical difficulties, be right back, I guess. Alright, so we're back. Bungie decided to pull a fast one on me, but anyways, we'll just look over these again. So nice ship, I like that Infected Seeker, that one's interesting. Here's the new ship design. No, wait, no, not this one. It's the next one, I think. Yeah, this one. I'm a pretty big fan of this design. It's unique, it's very different from what we've had prior. So I'm a big fan of them. I'll be interested to see some more shaders and some designs on them, but we also have kind of the basic layout, you know, I mean, that one's pretty nice. Nothing to get too crazy about. Here's this Sparrow again, with just kind of a boring tail. I was kind of disappointed, but, you know, what else are you gonna do? That Sparrow again. I could have sworn we had this one, like, with the same shader and all that stuff on it before, but maybe not. And then we got another one with like this kind of ooze on it, which is kind of an interesting look. Next up, let's see if there's any kind of mods. So here's all the ghost projections that you can have. You know, nice. You know, I'm not really sure what that emblem is, but, you know, we'll go with it. Maybe just like the Lost. Then there's this one. It's kind of hard to see, but when you drop in, I kind of like it. You drop in with like a spider web and some spiders all around you, so that one's kind of interesting. You know, if you pull that one, maybe hold on to it or make a couple extra. You know, that's just kind of a neat one. I like that one better than that other the Soul's Knot event. So no shaders or anything like that. Already looked at the armor. The 2 masks. I know there's more than those 2, so I'm not sure where you get those or if like they cycle or where you can view those, but they're there somewhere. That's right, her normal inventory, she's, you know, got just kind of the basic stuff. She's got the Tyrant Shell for sale, which is really nice looking one. Trickster Hunter Ornament. Iridescent Death, or I'm sorry, I didn't even read that in time. Either way, for ornament for Crimson and for Darcy. And she's got the bundle for the Sleeper Simulant still. Nice Vex drop-in, which is pretty nice. And as always, grab your bounty for the Prismatic Matrix. So this time around, Amanda Holiday is taking over as the kind of vendor for this event. She grants you, after a little bit of dialogue, the Master Rahul mask that I'm assuming you're going to have to essentially run a bunch of challenges and stuff like that with these masks on. They don't provide any kind of armor benefit, you know, they're just completely cosmetic. So as you can see, that dropped my light level like 40 pieces, so that's a hefty drop. So it's probably going to be a pretty good challenge running through with all these, but it could be a good change of pace and a good challenge. So if you're up to it, definitely do that. Try and collect those masks. I'm sure we'll find out more as the weeks go on. There will be more to do. It should still be a good time. After you claim it, Tess will have a quest for you to go do. It's just essentially the same thing as the Prismatic Matrix bounty, just this time you got to be wearing your mask to do it. Nice and easy, nothing too special. So the icing on the cake here is we've also got Iron Banner back again this week, and they've changed it to where a lot of these quests have been made a lot more reasonable. If you played during the first time it goes around, they were pretty dang difficult to get completed, and they just rewarded legendary gear, so it wasn't really worth it. But now they all award powerful gear, and since it's Iron Banner, you also get the chance to, get exclusive drops. Like, for example, my baby here, Claws of the Wolf. I really love this thing. Super high rate of fire. I like putting the minion spec on it because it just shreds in PvP and against those red bar enemies. It's a real nice thing to have on your hip. But you've also got things like Talons of the Eagle, Roar of the Bear, all kinds of weapons and armor sets that are good to get. So definitely I would suggest grind those out, and hopefully those powerful engrams can kind of top you off if you're close. That's a lot of extra you can get this week just by playing, Crucible like you normally would. I just suggest hop in there to Iron Banner. Maybe kind of a grind because your level does matter. But as for Hawthorne, she's got actually an extra one that you can do by yourself this week. So just kind of the usual stuff: Crucible, Gambit. As always, run the blind well with your clanmates. This time it's got some strikes, and win a Gambit match with your clanmates. So it's nothing too special. As always, Hawthorne just being Hawthorne. And then as for Benedict here, he has the mask from Spire of Stars for sale. He has the arms from the base raid, the chest from the base raid. Then he has the boots from the Spire of Stars, along with the sword and the cape from the Prestige raid. So, thank you all for watching. Good grief, that's a lot to do this week, but enjoy the festival, and I will see you next week. Whew, man, that was a lot of talking really fast. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking around to this point. If you have, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all three equally. So yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you next week with the next video, hopefully.